We have the start of our machine with the key components in the correct location. Now it's time to create a frame to maintain those positions. Creating the initial cage is as simple as 3 clicks. Adding interior elements can be done by copying or moving existing elements. We'll copy the base elements to meet the machine's transport frame. Snapping to existing geometry will guarantee fit and position later when we create 3D members. We'll move these elements into position by using the mounting tabs as a guide. We'll repeat the process on the opposite side. Lastly, we'll add a footrest that will also stiffen the vertical legs. An element move will complete this process. During any move or copy, you can snap to existing geometry or enter a desired distance. You can also use sketch commands to create the cage. Now that the cage is complete, let's add 3D members. Structure Designer includes an extensive library consisting of industry standard shapes such as angles, channels, beams, rectangle, and square tubing. There are different materials, standards, and grades. We'll select square tubing and click the desired cage element. Structure Designer is rules-based, so you can specify the initial connection type and member orientation. Notice miters are added to the top and butt connections to the interior. Should you want to override the initial configuration, pick a corner and change it. Corner types range from none, smart extend, miter, butt, cope, and match cope. Here, we'll change 2 connections to smart extend, leaving an open end. We'll cap this off later. All members and corners are fully associative to the cage, so if you change its size, the 3D model will update accordingly. Since the bulk of the machine rests on the midsection, we'll use a thicker member for these 4 components. Our initial rules were to place members at their center point, but we need to move these members down to meet the base of the mounting tabs. A handy option lets us reposition the member using a grid of selectable points. The selected point will align to the selected sketch element. Butt joints are automatically applied during the change. As we add the final members, we'll need to offset them in 2 directions, down and to the inside. The alternate origin grid has selection points in each of the 4 corners, and by selecting the top corner, the member will snap to align with the sketch element. It's important to note that the change to one member will be applied to all members in the creation step. Again, the butt joint will be created automatically. The footrest does not need to be as rigid as the midsection, so we'll use a low-cost angle shape. Upon selection of the sketch elements, notice the orientation control that can be used to override the initial orientation. The member can be flipped X or Y, rotated, and even offset from its sketch element. You can also trim the member back to account for the welding process. As we select members in the navigator, notice how they are packed if they are geometrically identical. Should a packed member be modified with the addition of, say, a mounting hole, it will be automatically removed from the collection. A similar packing process can be used to consolidate members to create drawing cut lists. The last few steps will be to add specialty features. First is to cap off the open-ended members. Here, we'll use an exterior cap while preserving the overall length. Gussets will be added to stiffen the top corners. Simply pick member faces and a gusset will be added. The gusset position can be interior or lapped, and the shape can be triangular, triangular with nose, square, or rectangle. Dimensions can be adjusted to control the size, thickness, and location. As we add the remaining gusset, notice the ease of use. Select the face, click Apply, and repeat. All dimensions are preserved so you can speed through the design process with minimal effort. Gussets can be consolidated in the parts list, simplifying the ordering and manufacturing process. To simplify transport of this machine to its final destination, we'll add some hoist tabs. Adding them is a similar process like gussets. Choose the shape, enter the size, and select the location. The tab shape can be triangular, rectangular, semicircle, or trapezoidal. We'll add a total of 4 to the top rails. As expected, similar tabs can be consolidated into a single parts list entry, but with the correct quantity. This consolidation process helps ensure the correct quantity are ordered or manufactured. The combination of creation rules to automatically set the initial placement option greatly speeds design, and the extensive library gets designers creating faster. Last but not least is adding mounting feet. We'll add square pads to the bottom of each leg that are complete with mounting holes and corner chamfers. Entered sizes are retained in the dialog, so adding them is merely dragging the desired shape to near the member end. Location selection is fairly forgiving. Just pick any geometry near the end and Structure Designer will take care of the rest. For a quick view of what members are used in this frame, an option can be set to show similar stock in the same color. This provides a fast visual inspection to help ensure no incorrect sizes were used. Our machine is now complete.